I just went up to do some shopping after work. I pulled into the car park and saw a guy sitting on the benches, but I didn't sort of worry too much because there's usually a lot of people sitting out there. So I've just parked my car, I've gone in, got a couple of bags of shopping, come back out to my car and I noticed that he was still sitting there, but I still didn't worry. Got in my car, got the shopping in the back of my car and went to get into the driver's seat, and next minute somebody was behind me with a screwdriver saying, "Give me your keys and your money," and I sort of spun around thinking that it was a joke. He just started punching me, dragged me out of the car. I ended up on the ground. He was punching me and kicking me, and I just kept screaming and screaming for help and nobody came. So it was terrifying. I didn't think that I was going to see my son or my husband again. And then he obviously thought that it had gone on for too long, so he went to take off and then saw my purse on the ground. So he's come back and picked up my purse, and he's turned around and started punching me again, and then just taken off with my purse. And then I screamed out, "Is anybody going to help me?" And still nobody was coming. So I was bleeding. I didn't know whether I had anything broken or where all the blood was coming from. And then a lady pulled up and rang the police and the ambulance. I went to the hospital and then they had to stitch my lip. My top lip had that was split right open, and my bottom lip was split also, but they put three stitches in my top lip and steri strips underneath my left eye because it was opened up as well. It was probably all up would have been about 3 minutes, I guess. It just felt like it was going on forever, and he just wasn't giving up. He just kept hitting. I thought I was going to die, basically. And I'm too scared to go back to the shops now. I can't go on my own anywhere. I feel like a prisoner in my own house because I'm so used to doing everything on my own and by myself when I want to, and now I can't do anything. I just feel like a caged animal, basically. I can't go anywhere by myself, so I have to rely on somebody. Terrified. Every time I shut my eyes, I see it all happening all over again. I beat myself up thinking, why can't I remember exactly what he looked like? Why did I park there? Why did I go at that time of the day? I feel like, I guess it sounds silly, but I feel I'm glad it happened to me and not to, say, my elderly neighbour or my mum, or they may not have fared as well as I did. It's at the back of Woolworths loading bay. There's a bit that's sort of sheltered there because it looked like when I drove up there it looked like it was going to rain, so I thought I'll try and park as close as I can to the shopping centre, and thought, oh great, there's a park right there near the loading bay. I'll just be able to race in the back door and race out again. The detectives have rung me a couple of times and they say that they have a suspect, but they can't. They're trying to find him. They're working on it, but I haven't heard that they've caught him yet. So I'm hoping. I hope go to bed every night hoping that they catch him, and so I don't have to be so scared anymore. Because I think, does he know who I am? Does he know where I live?
I got a phone call from Woolworths staff saying her purse had just been handed in, and 3 seconds later my partner rang me on my mobile phone to say she was with the Ambos and she'd just been assaulted and robbed. I basically had one phone in each hand and was totally shocked, as you can imagine. When I got to the hospital and I saw her, they had her just sitting in a room, and she was sitting basically with her head between her legs, completely saturated in blood, and congealed blood all over her face, with her lips split open and her eyes split open, crying. It was horrific. I just wanted to turn around, find this man and you can imagine what I would have liked to have done to him. I know the staff themselves are scared to go to their own car after work because the security is non-existent. I think basically the cleaners are expected to be the security as well, which I don't think is fair on them. They're not trained for that job.